Hey, welcome to the video. This is Browner Forever, and today I'm going to be showing you some Second Awakened teams. So what I'm going to be focusing on today is teams that are 100% or very close to 100% free to play and have low rune requirements. So with that said, let's get right into it. Alright, so starting off, you're going to see that we're using Verd, Fran, and Lauren. That's going to be a common team here in a lot of these dungeons. So if you're going to build any units, you're probably going to want to build these, and these might have your best runes on them. Although you don't need incredible runes for this. So here you're going to see we're going to go for the main warbear right in the middle, because if the warbear gets a turn, he's the only one that can do damage, and he's going to get up the counterattack buff. And while Lauren can strip it, if you don't let him get a turn, then they can't do any damage. And if you can deal with the nonsense that the towers are doing, then you're going to be fine. So this team, pretty solid. Let's move on to the next one. Here you're going to see for the Inagami, we're going to basically do the same thing. It's probably even easier because the towers don't really have that much risk to you, and you're going to use exactly the same strategy. You're going to go straight for the boss. Just going to try and kill the boss here. You're going to see we're not going to have too much of a problem because this boss is not super tanky, and you're not going to let it get a turn with this Lauren. We're going to show the runes at the end, and you'll see that they're not amazing, but this team definitely has the best runes on it compared to some of the other ones. Here, I didn't have a weak fourth unit. I was trying to show all of these with weak units, so that basically you'd see you can do it with just 3 and you don't need the fourth unit, although the fourth unit definitely helps. Because I have a unit that has attribute disadvantage, that's the best I could get, because the rest of my martial cats have a bunch of runes or they're level 40. So here you're gonna see she doesn't really do too much. These other units, Fran, Lauren, and Bird, are gonna be doing basically all of the work. So basically just ignore her. Whatever you throw in there, it's gonna work. So here, this is the Griffin one. This is probably the hardest that I think of the ones that you can use, Lauren, Fran, and Bird. The reason being is because of the tower and the final wave that does a lot of damage and steals a lot of your attack bar. And if you're not having the good enough rune quality, or you kill it fast enough, then it's going to be a problem. So that's why I go for that tower right away, and I try to get rid of it so it's not a huge problem. And then once I have that, at least for me, I have the rune quality that I can just go straight for the boss. If you don't have the rune quality, you might need to go for the other tower and then for Bernard, or the boss here. But you're gonna see that I have another team for even lower rune quality. It's a little slower, but we have Rena here, and Rena is gonna just be a tank. You're abusing the AI. If you have Rena and no other water units, they're gonna be attacking Rena, and Rena's gonna take almost no damage, and if she does, she can heal herself back up. So you just want HP, you want defense, and you want resistance primarily on her. And if you can just tank it all out with her, then you're good. I added a Bella in here in place of Fran because I didn't need immunity here. And the attack buff, we're not really going for a speed run, right? And frankly, in any of these, but in this specific team, we're not going for a speed run, so we don't need the attack buff. We need the defense break, more importantly, and the strip, because you don't want the Bernard to be going a million times. You could use Lauren if you really think that you don't need an extra healer, and that might be better. So give it a try. I highly recommend Arena. She can be used in PvP as well, because you can always take advantage of the AI. Or teams that don't have healers, you can just take 5 or 10 minutes and do an attack and win. So here you're going to see that we're using the Water Twins and Fran. You could probably use Fran, Lauren, and Verd as well here, but I specifically did this because it was faster and required even less rune quality than the Fran, Lauren, and Verd. I didn't even bother picking what towers that I wanted to hit here because I was very confident that we're going to win anyway. you can see that they do a little bit of damage, but we're just gonna we're just gonna do more than necessary here. And Sabrina can land that heal block, and that's gonna help you a lot. Lauren also does that, so if this team doesn't work out for you, try the Lauren Fran Bird again. So there it is. Those are all the 2A dungeons. Oh, wait. I forgot some. These 2A dungeons are attribute specific. So these ones are going to be a little bit harder to determine what kind of team you're going to use. What I recommend for you to do is go in and look at what other people are using. And also, I'll leave some links in the description to some helpful teams for these. But this is going to be a lot more specific to what kind of units that you have. We can't just do Verd, Fran, and Lauren on every single stage because we need to use the right attributes, the same attributes. So with that, we'll just move on and I'll show you the runes for the rest of the teams. Wait. Before we get to the runes, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. I would really appreciate it. It would really help me out. I'd like to see other teams that you're using, maybe even these Pixie or Fairy teams in the comments. Thanks, let's get to the runes. So really, there's not a lot of units that you need to rune for all of these dungeons. I'm giving you a couple of different examples of teams, but really with the right rune quality, you can run the same team for almost every dungeon. But you can run these with low rune quality with a more strategic team. So this Rena just has a lot of HP, a bunch of defense, doesn't need to have like any speed, but you want to get as much resistance on there as you can, so that way, specifically in the Griffin stage, you're not going to get the shield stripped or broken or get a defense break on you. And you're going to see that my Sabrina is missing a rune. So that's just clearly showing you don't need good rune quality for the werewolf stage with the water twins. My Talia doesn't have powered up runes. My Verd is not a violent set. It's used for my Trickaroo in DB12. So if you use violent, it's probably going to be safer because you're going to turn cycle more and you're going to heal more. You might do less damage per hit, but you're going to do more hits. My Bella is just on random runes. Remember, if they're 6-starred, then you can put on artifacts and that's going to give you boost. Just put on normal artifacts. They don't cost a lot to power up. You're just going to get an extra 3,000 hit points or 200 defense or 200 attack, whatever. Just throw them on there. The Fran is at about 100 speed, and the Lauren is about at 100 speed plus 100 speed. The better that you get these stats, the better they're going to be. These are both going to be on violent, but my Bella doesn't need to be on violent. So really, most of these units, if you want to put your best runes on 3 units, you're going to be able to run most of these. If you want to be able to just get by because you don't have that good of runes, then you're going to be able to use a more interesting strategic team. And I just wanted to prove that you don't need amazing runes to run these level 5s. Hey, so thanks for watching the video. Like I said before, I really appreciate any comments, any likes. I appreciate all my subscribers. Please go watch one of my other videos. Hopefully you'll like those too. And before we go, I'd just like to show a little bit of a flex just to have some fun. So in Necro, I just started running this team yesterday, and now I'm rank 144. So I'm coming for you, top 100. I want that in-game announcement. See you guys. Have a great day.